Okay, let's have our last example from our trigger, and this is all about old and new qualifiers. Okay, so basically this display summary changes will go into triggers fast before any DML statements such as delete, insert, or update operation on the employees table. So perhaps it will going to calculate and prints the difference between the old and new salary for update operation, and it will going to print out the salary values for insert and delete operations. So we can try this on out working on our workspace, and perhaps of course there are still some potential issues over here or some improvement. So we might be inserting some handling insert correctly, or probably triggering on delete as well, similarly on what we have done on insert and delete operation, on which you would not have a new salary, so the trigger would be need to handle this case as well, right? But of course furthermore, there are some such cases that will run on this spot. Case 1 of course is update operation, assuming that the employee tables has following data for the employee within the employee ID equals to 101, example, or 101, right? So we'll see those information later on once that we have that schema running on our activity. The trigger will going to execute before the update, and it will definitely calculate the salary difference, and some following printed output will be there, right? Because we have mentioned these 3 lines of output there. In the case 2, insert operation will be there. If a new employee is inserted a new salary with a new salary of 6,000, perhaps the condition will going to have a new dot employee underscore ID greater than 0. It will be going to be satisfied, and the trigger will going to be fired. If the old salary is not applicable for an insert, so there is an error when trying to subtract the old salary from a new, will prevent this of triggering logic, might need modification to handle insert operation correctly, or perhaps there will be some errors might occur. Okay, so executing this one, of course we need to declare, if we're going to understand each one of this code provided by our PL SQL. This block performs the update operation of the employee table and uses SQL percent found over there, and percent not found, and percent SQL percent row count. So all of these will display about the update operation success and the number of the rows affected, right? So of course this different section that we have seen here, the declaration of the section, the begin and end block here, conditional logic found in the result of the updates right here within this block. And of course perhaps, okay, if we will discuss all of these, like this conditional SQL not found, this is a boolean attribute that will go into check if the updates if the update statement affected any rows. This second one, the SQL percent found, meaning this another boolean attribute that if it's true, at least one row was affected by the update operation. And the other one is percent row count, right? So this line of stores count the rows affected by updated only, which updated operation in the total rows of variable, right? So some other concatenation will be mentioned there, and perhaps we'll move on to our section which is the questions, and activity will be done on this part, right? So we'll see you once again, and we're going to perform this question and in one of your activities. So we'll see you on the next slide.